Hello Inbound Flops, I'm Zach Not Kyle, or Zach for short, and today I feel like I want to go in a bit of a different direction with my longer form content. So recently I've been getting back into Overwatch because of the recent launch of Overwatch 2, and considering how different it is from Overwatch 1, including the character designs, I figured that I would do a little tier list video for you all, sort of just going over my takes on the different characters and their redesigns in Overwatch 2. Now before we even start, I know all of my loyal subscribers would be staring into the screen and being like, "Hi, it's been 3 weeks, asshole." And yes, I'm sorry about that. Finals are quickly approaching and I'm trying to get all my projects done for graphic design school. It's hell. So I'll be posting a lot more over things like winter break and in the coming months, so sorry about the wait for content. And also, I hope to do a lot more content focusing on other games that aren't League of Legends all the time, so stay tuned for a lot of different content from me. Not all of it is going to be around League of Legends, but it'll all still be in the category of character and graphic design in video games. So before we start, let's go over all of the different criteria for the different tiers. Did what needed to be done is our top tier. It's, as the name says, it did what needed to be done. It was a great glow up for the character and exactly what we needed. It's fine. Now, most of this is going to be for the ones where I'm personally biased towards their Overwatch 1 design in some way, shape, or form. So then we have, wait, they got redesign? This is the mid tier where it's not that they needed a glow up, but they got one, but it was really subtle. And once we get to specific characters, you'll understand which ones I'm talking about. So then we have, which is the ones where I look at the redesign and try to understand the direction here. Like, there's certain ones that just confuse the hell out of me. So then our technical bottom tier is Mama, this is garbage, which is all of the trash tier redesigns that I don't think were very good. And then at the bottom we have no redesign. I'll still talk about the characters that didn't get redesigned, but they have their own little category because there's nothing to actually compare them to. But before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so that way you can get a lot more spicy design takes sent to your inbox. And also make sure to follow me on Instagram at ZachNotKyle and on Twitter at ZachNotKyleInc. I'm not the most active, but when I post, you'll hear fun updates from me or just see some little art that I work on. And without further ado, let's get started with the video. So let's just go into our first character. So d.va is the first one, and it's fairly obvious where she should go. Did what needed to be done. Talking about d.va is very easy because it's so easy to praise her Overwatch 1 design, but praising her Overwatch 2 design is even easier. So the thing about d.va that makes her probably one of the best character designs in contemporary video game history is two things. One, her color scheme is just brilliant, her iconography is all there, and it just comes together in one perfect little character design, and it makes me happy. And the second is that d.va does something that not many video game developers can get right with their characters, which is most characters will sacrifice practicality in order to gain fan service. However, d.va is somehow able to blend both of those things together. What a concept. d.va in Overwatch 1 is one of my favorite character designs ever because it takes all of the good parts about character design and then mixes them into this perfect little character. Overwatch 2 d.va just takes every minor tweak you could have with her and just improves on it. And everything for the most part is fairly subtle. It's just turning her into a sleeker, more modern design. Because original d.va was made in 2014, 2015, if my memory serves me right. So d.va in 2022 is obviously going to be quite different. Blending fan service and practicality into the same design is very hard to do, and d.va does it perfectly. And since Overwatch 2 did everything her original design did, but did it better, it gets top tier. So Zenyatta. I genuinely did not know that Zenyatta got redesigned. Like, straight up, I was going through all of the character designs prior to doing this video, and I could not find a redesigned Zenyatta because I straight up could not tell the difference for like a good 3 minutes. New Zenyatta is still very good. The little tweaks to his design made total sense, and there's nothing to really flag him for. So honestly, it's just a perfectly normal design that got slightly touched up to match the aesthetics of everybody else. Okay, so Bastion. I could put him in or Mama This Is Garbage. I will be generous and put him in because so many things about Bastion's redesign just make me go, why? Why does he have a hat? Why do some of his armor bits look like they were made out of Legos? Why is his bird his main color scheme now? All questions that I have no answers for. I feel like so much of Bastion's character in Overwatch 2 is how can we take a design that would make total sense in Overwatch 2 look new and fresh, which I think is why literally all of his changes were made, including the hat, because if the hat wasn't there, he would be going in Wait They Got Redesigned. Alright, so moving on to our next character, Winston. He's also going in Wait They Got Redesigned. At first, I did not notice. All I noticed was that the headband got chunkier and it bothered me. But then looking at Winston's design, he does look a lot cleaner and sleeker. Something that I did notice with Winston's older design is that was a lot blockier, especially with his arm guards and back pieces. They are a lot cleaner now and they look a lot less almost like Lego-esque in texture, which is a problem a lot of the older Overwatch designs had.
Hello, hi, Editing Zach here. Before we go further in the video, let's actually talk about Overwatch 2's character design in comparison to Overwatch 1, because I think that's going to help understand what I'm judging these characters on. Overwatch 1's three main components of the collective set of characters are that the designs were blockier, vibrant, and in most cases there was a lot of separation in the different colors, making it look as if all of the characters were color blocked rather than made to be flowing character designs. Overwatch 2's three main things were making characters that were stylish, fashionable, and colorful. So that is what I'm judging these based off of, and whenever I say that a character has Overwatch 1 Lego brick composition, it's because Overwatch 2's shape composition is much more circular and way more flowy than Overwatch 1's. Overwatch 1's was very square, very jagged, and very much looked like something out of an older sci-fi movie when it came to a lot of the armor. Overwatch 2's character design looks as if it's trying to clean up and smooth out a lot of the armor. So that is what I'm judging these on. Okay, thanks. Back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Cassidy. Cassidy's gonna go and it's fine. I don't think Cassidy's bad or anything. The beard threw me off at first, I will say that. That was an absolute throw off, but looking at the actual outfit design, it's quite good. But yeah, I don't have too many thoughts on Cassidy, I just think that his design is solid. Sigma. Sigma's going in, I don't know, I like the original rendition of Sigma better. I think his personality and his animations are way better in Overwatch 2. There's something off with his design. I guess being off is definitely in character for Sigma, but there's just something wrong with his design, and I cannot put my finger on it. Part of me thinks it's the color changes, part of me thinks it's the facial structure, which is just uncomfortable to begin with, but I don't know, there's something odd here. Widowmaker, 10 out of 10. Widow literally looks so much better in this in comparison to Overwatch 1. I'm glad that they elaborated on her fabric choices for her outfit. I think it really worked. Her hair change was so powerful. I just immediately knew that this is a redesigned, fully formed character. I love the design so much. The darker coloring, the red eyes in the mask, it's really everything. Widowmaker in Overwatch 1 was a solid design to begin with and was very iconic, strictly because of the skin tone as well as everything about her. But now in Overwatch 2, it feels like her energy is being matched in her attire, which we love to see. Orisa. I could put her in It's Fine or did what needed to be done. If we were talking gameplay, she would be top tier. She would be in front of d.va, literally the best. But I'll put her design in It's Fine because there was a lot of restructuring of Orisa from Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2 because Orisa as a character was not that fun, and then they completely transformed her, and it was really cool to see. Orisa is the equivalent of a VGU in League of Legends, honestly. Her gameplay changed, her appearance changed, so much about her changed to make her a better character, and I think it really, really paid off. So Baptiste is gonna go in, the thing with Baptiste is that there are bits and pieces of the new design that I really enjoy. Like, the hair change was really cool. I like that they kept that lighter blue color on him. It really worked. My big issue was the removal of the orange in his character design. It's so absent now, and it feels like Baptiste just doesn't have enough color in a game full of extremely colorful designs. And I think keeping that orange would have been really good. Just changing it up, presenting it in a new way, it would have been such a statement. So Ashe, I genuinely did not notice that Ashe got redesigned at first, I'm gonna be honest. I think this version of Ashe is just better in every way, shape, or form. It's just, upon first glance, I straight up didn't notice. Yeah, Ashe was more so just a glow up of the character, but I did really like the hoop earrings that she has. Those are very iconic and I do love them. Genji. So, I have mixed feelings on Genji's design. I'm actually going to put Genji in Mama This Is Garbage, and here's why. I don't think Genji's design on its own is bad. The problem comes in because the head is giving weight they got redesigned. The body and the legs specifically are where my issues come in because it looks extremely disconnected. And yes, negative space in a design is very important. However, when you look at Genji's design, it's not cohesive. That could have been just a darker gray instead of black, but because of it looking like he threw on a pair of black sweatpants, it has to go in Mama This Is Garbage. It's just not cohesive in the slightest. Also, why does Genji's coat look like it could have been designed by the same people who made the Reinhardt one? I'm trying to remember who did it. So Sojourn obviously is going in no redesign, but to talk about Sojourn for a second, I would probably put her in the category if she was a redesign, only because it feels like, because of how long Sojourn has been in development, pretty sure she was the first of the new characters to be fully finished. She does feel very grounded in Overwatch 1, which isn't a bad thing because I don't think her design is bad on its own. It's just when you're measuring up to these redesigns, it is very hard to live up to that, especially when you're a character who was designed before the rest of these. Zarya. So Zarya is probably gonna go in the it's fine category. Personally, I don't really like the ponytail on Zarya that much. I liked it when she just had the shorter haircut. But I do like her outfit overall a lot better. I think the white is really working for her because of how hot pink the hair is. It really adds a sort of contrast that works, unlike Genji's. And again, if this was based off of gameplay, she would rank very different because Zarya annoys the shit out of me. But yeah, I do think she is a solid design. So Junker Queen obviously did not have a redesign because Junker Queen was a new character, but god damn, what a character. I love Junker Queen so much. She is so fun. Kind of reminds me of Ashe a little bit with like her burning sort of damage over time gameplay, which I really like. And for a character this height, she was done justice for sure. I think the hair is so good. I really like the outfit design and the focus on her muscles. Originally, I was going to critique that because I was like, that doesn't make sense. Like, why would you sacrifice that practicality? And then you remember that Junker Queen is not a practical fighter, she's a scrappy one, which just adds on to her amazing character. She would be in Did What Needed to Be Done if she was a redesign for sure. And speaking of did what needed to be done, Moira's going straight to the top of my fucking list. Overwatch 1 Moira literally was just a smartsy vampire who was kind of confusing. Overwatch 2 Moira amplified that darkness around Moira and then made it better. She feels robotic, she feels unnerving in the way Sigma is, but where Sigma kinda flubs with his design, I'd say Moira's is the superior one, and I absolutely love it. Her use of orange and purple is perfectly placed. I think her design is just busy enough to work. It's really, really good. So Mercy is gonna go in the category, and here's why. I don't think she's a bad design if she was made in Overwatch 1. Because this is a redesign, you want something grander, you want something that moves the character, and you want something that feels correct in the universe of characters. This version of Mercy has a lot of the clunky blockiness that Overwatch 1 has. And that could be fixed pretty easily with just some changes to some of her lighter colored outfit. It's just that because of the separations, because of the blockiness in color, it doesn't quite work. I do like the new Mercy hairstyle. I know some people don't like it. Personally, I really like it. It's really cool, 10 out of 10. It's just that the outfit needed some tweaking to fix. And also, why did they make her wings so small? Like, why not just make her a grander character? I know the intention is to make her ultimate feel better and more powerful, but she already has a chroma job for that, so what are we doing? Okay, so Mei. I would put her in either it's fine or I'm leaning more towards just because I prefer Overwatch 1 Mei far more to Overwatch 2. The boots in Overwatch 2 Mei's designs are arguably clunkier than the fur ones that she had in Overwatch 1. I don't think her new design is bad though. Like, yeah, the dress could be tweaked. Yeah, there's issues with a lot of her composition, especially in the boots as I mentioned, but it's still endearing and charming because Mei is endearing and charming, not necessarily her outfit. Okay, so Hanzo. Hanzo's going and did what needed to be done. I think new Hanzo is so much better and actually does the thing that Genji fails to do, which is using cohesive black parts of your outfit. Now, Hanzo obviously has the advantage of A, having black hair, B, having a black top, and C, having most of his clothing otherwise be black, but Genji feels out of place when it could have been a dark gray, whereas Hanzo just uses black pants and then adds on it by using black boots. And Hanzo also uses nice touches of brown in there as well to really make it feel like it's something more than just a two-piece black outfit. But yeah, overall, I really like new Hanzo, especially in comparison to the old one. Now, Kiriko did not have a new design. So Kiriko is going in the no redesign section because she is one of the new 3 characters, but God, I do not like Kiriko's design. The big problem with Kiriko's design is that it feels so grounded in Overwatch 1 clunk, similar to Sojourn, but worse. Like, with Kiriko's design, there was something there, like it could have worked. It's just the way her dress is designed does not work for me. So moving on to Lucio, did what needed to be done. Lucio's new design is so improved. I love it. The Overwatch 1 clunk that old Lucio had is definitely far removed. This version of Lucio is a lot cleaner and feels more cohesive. Like, there's not these big bricks of armor on him. Instead, it feels sleeker and something that he could really dance in, which is a huge part of his character. Reaper is going in, wait, they got redesigned. Like, straight up, I could not tell. With new Reaper, the Overwatch 1 clunk is gone, and there's a lot less color variety, and it does look very sleek for being an all-black look. And I think toning down a lot of the colors that were lighter on Reaper really adds to that ominous effect that he has. But originally, I just could not tell from the photo that this was a new Reaper. So Ana is going to go in, wait, they got redesigned, because not much really changed with her. Like, obviously, there's bits and pieces that you can tell were changed, but overall, there's not a drastic shift in character. Okay, Soldier 76. I'm probably going to put him in Soldier 76 is mostly okay. The beard absolutely threw me off in the same way it did for Cassidy, but it's fine. But staying on theme with Genji, I see we are going for the replicatable merchandise. Personally, I do like Overwatch 1 Soldier 76 a lot better than this. But it's not awful either. It's a very practical design. It's just I'm biased. Okay, Junkrat is going and did what needed to be done. The Overwatch 1 clunk that I keep keep mentioning, it's very much absent from Junkrat this time around, and it makes me extremely happy. Like, the hair design for Junkrat is so much better. It doesn't look like literal pieces of doo-doo were dyed and taped to his head. This feels so much better. The red outfit is also really working. I do like it. Originally, I was like, it's giving slight McDonald's tease, but then it really grew on me, and I think it works a lot with Junkrat's explosive personality by giving him warmer colors. But yeah, overall, very solid design. Okay, I do not like new Symmetra. The Overwatch 1 clunk is somehow worse in her Overwatch 2 design. I think it's because of the singular piece of hair being out of place, the way the dress is composed. Like, so much of it is blocky and contained, whereas old Symmetra didn't really have that issue. Also, I don't like that they changed the color of blue on Symmetra. If you look at her design, she does have very different shades of blue on her outfit, and I think the lighter one really suits her. It meshes way better with her gold color palette, and it just looked a lot better and stood out a lot more. Whereas this shade is fusing with Echo, Pharah, Ana, most characters. Like, give our girl some unique shades of blue in her outfit, please. Okay, so Tracer. Tracer's going and did what needed to be done, especially for being the first character revealed. She really did set the standard of what it means to be a sleeker Overwatch 2 character. Her arms look way better now without her chunky wrist guards. Her hair is slightly messier and it really works. The orange is used in perfect moderation and then explodes in the bottom half of her outfit, which really works. Now, there are a couple things that I could probably critique on Wrecking Ball, but they gave the hamster goggles. I'm sorry, all critique is null and void. He's perfectly fine. Personally, I would have loved to see a more defined color palette on Wrecking Ball. Would have loved to have like a set color that I could associate with him. Unfortunately, I can't. And they gave the hamster goggles, so I can't critique him. New Roadhog is straight up better. I really like the kind of crop top jacket that they gave him. They made his design scrappier and placed firmly into Junkertown. The nose piercing was so iconic. Love it. And I also like his hair a lot more. But yeah, overall, I think the outfit composition is really nice. There's so much to love about new Roadhog. And I guess we're staying on trend with did what needed to be done, because new Reinhardt is better in every single way, shape, or form. Old Reinhardt is boring as fuck and devoid of personality. This Reinhardt has the personality that Reinhardt as a person has. It's not hidden behind his armor anymore, and I love that. Yes, obviously the mask is great iconography, but there's so much more iconography in this outfit instead. There's actual color now, which we love to see. And yes, I am personally biased in saying that Overwatch 1 Reinhardt is objectively hotter under the mask. Overwatch 2 Rein's beard is really nice and is a great feature. I'm also glad that there is sort of that Overwatch 1 clunk on Reinhardt in certain areas. It's not prevalent the entire time, and that's what makes him Overwatch 2. But where Symmetra and Genji sort of lean into questionable Overwatch 2 sleekness, Reinhardt is a character of an older age, so it makes sense that he might have some older clunk to him. And that's something that isn't going to work on every character, but for him it does. So new Fada is going to go in It's Fine, because I'm not 100% all there with the white in her design. I do really like the blue in Fada's design. It's really clean, and I think that her textures in general just look a lot better this time around, which is expected of a newer game, but it just really enhances her as a character. And staying on theme with like the sleeker Overwatch 2 designs, her mask looks so much less chunky, and it just brings me so much joy because it looks a lot better. Now, fun fact about Echo, originally I was going to put her in Wait, they got redesigned, and then I remembered, oh yeah, she actually didn't get redesigned. Now, personally, I think a redesign for Echo isn't fully necessary because she is the newest Overwatch 1 character, so it makes sense that she wasn't fully changed. But by that same logic, I probably wouldn't have changed Baptiste or Sigma, but whatever. And it's not that Echo needs a redesign either. Would it have been nice just to keep her involved with all the other characters? Yes, and a lot of people are talking about how Echo feels like a very overlooked character. But I'm also not complaining about Echo not being redesigned because I don't even know what you would do with her. Okay, so Sombra is going in Wait They Got Redesigned. Now, upon further inspection, I did see a lot of differences in old and new Sombra, but I would personally say that old Sombra was better and felt more grounded into Overwatch 2, just because a lot of the design things that I tend to see with a lot of the more neon characters in this game, characters like Tracer, Lucio, etc., is that they're having more streamlined colors that look more put together and less blocked. Now, both Sombra designs actually have a little bit of both, which makes her a very interesting case, because old Sombra definitely had blockier bits and things like the tights, whereas the blockier bits come into Sombra's overcoat in her Overwatch 2 design. But then in both of them, the arm designs are very ombre effect and sleek, so it definitely calls into question the direction that they wanted to take Sombra for this new era, but I also don't think it's bad. So Bridget is absolutely going in Wait They Got Redesigned, because straight up, I stared, similarly with Zenyatta, for 3 minutes at this design, confused, because the Overwatch 2 sleekness is there in Bridget's new design for sure, but there's just so much unchanged about her. And for someone who is in between Moira and Wrecking Ball and Release, two of some of the most changed characters in this, I feel like there's a lot they could have done with Bridget to really enhance her. But yeah, that's just my take. I don't think it's bad, and I don't think Bridget fully needed a redesign because her initial launch design was pretty solid, but I'm glad they cleaned her up. Okay, Torbjorn is going in because there was a lot that I did not like about new Torbjorn. Now granted, the Overwatch 2 sleekness in his design definitely came through, and I like that. He just was drastically changed, and it bothers me. There's a lot of removal of color in his design, and I don't like it. Now, I didn't like original Torbjorn either, but somehow this one was worse. You know what? No, he's going in Mama This Is Garbage. I don't like Torbjorn. Okay, finally, Doomfist. Doomfist is gonna go in It's Fine. All of his changes were extremely subtle, other than his face. However, everything that they did change looks a lot better now than in comparison to his other outfits. Overall, like, this Doomfist is everything I've been talking about with this Overwatch 2 sleekness. Something modern, new, fresh, and an open design contained within a character. And Doomfist is definitely all of those things. I just won't put him in Did What Needed to Be Done because there wasn't a full redesign of the character, because there didn't really need to be one. It was just cleaning up the original one. And that is the entire Overwatch 2 redesign ranking. Hopefully you guys agree with me. If not, that is totally fine. Definitely let me know which ones you think should have been higher, which ones should have been lower. Would you have redesigned Echo? What do you think of some of the newer designs? Let me know in the comments below. There's gonna be some more League content coming out very soon, especially after preseason, because preseason hurts my brain. And also some more Brawlhalla shorts will be coming out very soon, so stay tuned for those. And with that, that's gonna be it for today's video, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as previously mentioned, just so that way you can stay up to date with me and all of my hot takes in the world of design. And hopefully you come back for the next one. Bye, sis!